a lot of the stuff was kind of the same as the women's championship match, and they should have been spaced out more. But Brody Lee, man, I've never witnessed Brody Lee, and I'd never want to stop witnessing Brody Lee. Brody Lee versus Brian Cage. You know, there's a lot of big guys there now. Brody Lee versus Luchasaurus would be fun.
Oh, for sure. Brody Lee, Lance Archer, I'm really looking forward to. And even some of the smaller guys, you know, I could see a Brody Lee. Yeah, for sure.
God, that'll be fun.
I can't argue that. I think it's great. I think in my opinion, there's only two matches it could be. You picked one. I'm picking the women's championship match. Like you said, they're both very similar. And I just felt like the women's match had a little more story involved in it. But that's probably the only tipping point. I do love the fact that I think this match showed all the people who aren't into Brody Lee, and I think they're not into Brody Lee because they look at Luke Harper from WWE. And Luke Harper in WWE was not good. He wasn't bad, but he was not good. And I don't think he's gotten to show them what he can be. So I hope this match turns him into a main eventer immediately.
Yeah.
But I'm going women's championship match. I'm okay with that.
After the match, though, Brody took to Twitter and he tweeted respect for Jon Moxley, and that's not something I wanted to see after this.
No, especially not as the exalted one. Yeah. This is another thing where we need to teach wrestlers to keep kayfabe on social media. It helps a lot. Helps a lot. Final grade for the entire pay-per-view, Pasty. I'm going B. I think it's a middle of the road pay-per-view. I don't think it was bad. It's higher than a C for sure.
I think the good stuff was real good.
Yes, I agree. The good stuff was real good. Mediocre stuff was mediocre. Couple bad.
Yeah, I want to go with an A-, man. I'm pushing you to a B+ overall.
That's okay. I can't argue an A-.
It was solid. It wasn't last year's Double or Nothing, but it's not last year's Circumstances either.
100%.
It was a fun ride. It was easy watch. It was 4 hours and it was easy watch. And that Stadium Stampede, it's gonna be something I'm gonna go back and watch, probably at least once a year. It was a lot of fun.
See, I just can't see going back and rewatching it. But to be honest, all the cinematic ones that we've seen so far that I've enjoyed and I've had fun with, outside of the Delete Saga, which I've watched multiple times, I think the Firefly Funhouse is the only one that I'd actually ever go back and rewatch. Like, yeah. Just in my opinion,
this wasn't better than Firefly Funhouse, and Firefly Funhouse was far shorter. But this was a lot of fun, and it's exactly what the Elite would do. You know, that's being the Elite come to life in a match.
Yeah, for sure. I agree 100%, and that's... Yeah, I agree with that. Basically, I think we should rapid fire the news here and get through this. We don't have a lot of news, but we have a lot to say about a lot of the stuff here.
You can go ahead and start.
I'm gonna open up the Savage Sentinel with something that's really near and dear to my heart. Japanese women's wrestler Hana Kimura, standout of the Stardom promotion, passed away at only 22 years of age of apparent suicide due to ingesting hydrogen sulfide. You never like deaths in the pro wrestling community or anywhere, but the suicides. There was concern over Kimura last Friday, actually, as we were recording. She posted some images that appeared to show self-harm to herself, cutting in the such. And she had a series of tweets, very disturbing tweets, which were translated to, quote, nearly 100 frank opinions every day. I couldn't deny that I was hurt. I'm dead. Thank you for giving me a mother. It was a life I wanted to be loved. Thank you to everyone who supported me. I love it. I'm weak. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a human anymore. It was a life I wanted to be loved. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Bye. That's the last communication she had before she killed herself. Kimura recently appeared on Terrace House, which is a Japanese reality show on Netflix. Her reaction to an incident on the show led to fans turning on her and attacking her online, which appears to be a contributing factor in the mental health decline before her passing. Fuji TV announced Wednesday that the show Terrace House Tokyo 2019-2020 will be canceled following the death, and CNN reports that Japan's Minister of Internal Affairs and Communications, Sanae Takaichi, pledged on Tuesday to speed up government discussions around cyberbullying legislations due to this incident. Close friend to Kimura, Kairi Sane, has revealed that she attempted to help Hana after she posted her final tweets and the self-harm images. Kairi's tweet reads, as translated to English, I was able to notice her tweet right away because it was afternoon in the United States by the time difference, midnight in Japan. I called Jungle Screamer and Rosie Ogawa with Io immediately. Io Shirai immediately, I'm sorry. Kiona went with her all might. However, I didn't make it in time. Hana-chan, I lost an important, irreplaceable companion. There is a hole in my mind, and it is difficult to accept this reality now. Now, for those of you who might not know about Kimura, she was an up-and-comer who was making huge waves, but was really a lot of people compared her to the Kurt Angle of the Stardom Federation, because from the moment she appeared, she just got it and became a star. She began her career by winning the DDT Ironman Heavy Metalweight Championship on August 21st, 2005 at a live event in Tokyo. Now, this was when she was 8 years old. That was her first major title win. She later lost the title to her mother, legendary Japanese wrestler Kyoko Kimura. She debuted for Stardom back in 2016 after lots of training and was a one-time Goddess of Stardom champion and a two-time Artist of Stardom champion. She appeared for other promotions in Japan and worked the very first ever New Japan Pro Wrestling women's match, teaming with Julia in a loss to Arisa Hoshiki and Maya Iwatani at Wrestle Kingdom 14 event back in January of just this year. A very sad and unnecessary passing.
Yeah.
Too many of those right now, but
yeah. It adds on to things, and she was really good friend of Hikaru Shida, and that's part of the reason why she was so serious and saw him start that match.
Yeah, she actually posted stuff on social media as well.
Yeah.
Very, very sad passing.
Very sad.
Ooh.
Since the start of the global pandemic, most independent promotions, especially those in highly effective states, have been forced to shut down temporarily and scramble for ways to keep things operational. One New York-based indie promotion has come up with a unique way to buck that trend. Last month, ICW New York will host a deathmatch drive in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This will be a live event where 50 carloads of fans will get to attend a pro wrestling event in the same way that their grandparents watched movies. As is typical for the promotion, the match will be full-on death matches with no disqualifications, submissions, or other rules. Fans will arrive at the outdoor event and get the chance to purchase concessions. Then, other than bathroom breaks, they must stay in their cars throughout the combat. ICW staff will be wearing masks throughout and otherwise doing their best to preserve some semblance of health and safety. Those who aren't in Atlantic City but want to be in on the carnage can order the show now through IWTV. Although exact pricing isn't available as of yet, it's certainly a unique offering in a unique time. And that might be enough to make some fans tune in and other promotions break out of the box when it comes to their own unique ways of moving forward in a time of crisis. I like this.
This is cool, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm excited for this. I would love to watch it. I don't know that I'm going to get a chance to. I'm not going to get a chance to watch it live,
Yeah.
I don't even know that I'll get a chance to watch it on IWTV, but God, good for them for just really going out of the box and doing something different.
Creative thinking in situations like this is what's going to make things go forward.
Well, and these smaller companies, I mean, these are even smaller than your MLWs, your NWAs, ROHs, Impacts. They can't do cinematic matches. I mean, they don't have the money to do cinematic matches. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to do a drive-in, apparently. This is cool. I'm excited for this. Even though I'm not going to get to see it, I'm excited for it. Something that we actually talked about a little bit last week. We kind of blew this news last week before it was even official, Pasty. WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair recently reached a deal to transfer the rights to his 2 trademarks on, quote, The Man, unquote, to WWE. The United States Patent and Trademark Office shows that Flair's LLC assigned the entire interest and the goodwill of the 2 trademarks to WWE on Tuesday, May 19th. These are the same trademarks for The Man that Flair filed for on August 22nd, 2019 and August 26th, 2019. Flair filed these trademarks after WWE had been billing Becky Lynch as The Man because he felt like those intellectual properties belonged to him since nobody in the history of the world has ever called themselves The Man. At the time, he publicly stated in interviews that WWE should have paid him for the use of the nickname for Lynch. Flair noted in his original trademark filing that he first used The Man in commerce back in 1976. As we've noted just recently, the Nature Boy recently inked a new deal with WWE. WWE, yeah. So it's possible that the trademarks were a part of this new deal. We just said this last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We were like, well, now that he's part of WWE, I guess Becky's the man.
And she might not be back.
Yeah, right. He gave it up now, and she might not even get to use it. Fun shit. Whoa, man, the wrestling world. What a world it is.
Chris Jericho's Rocket Rager at Sea is still scheduled to set sail in 2021. Jericho gave a big update yesterday on the cruise that is currently scheduled to happen on February 1st to 5th, 2021. The cruise is advertising 4 days of wrestling matches, 3 Fozzy concerts, an event titled Family Feud with Chris Jericho, autograph sessions, live podcasts, and more. Jim Duggan, Ted DiBiase, and Bully Ray have been confirmed for the event. Last year's cruise featured the taping of an episode of AEW Dynamite branded Bash at the Beach. The promotion started after last year's event that they would air Dynamite live from the cruise in 2021. But due to health and safety concerns in the COVID-19 era, ChrisJerichoCruise.com has posted the following statement. We recognize that we're in the midst of uncertain times right now. Times like that call for extra flexibility, special value, and an absolute assurance that your health and safety are being closely looked after. Several new protocols will be coming to the cruise industry following the reassumption of their business. The cruise line Jericho uses for Rocket Rager at Sea has already stated they will no longer be greeting guests with high fives.
Oh, they've been wishing that for long before COVID. Damn high fives again. I'm carrying luggage. Fuck.
You gotta drop it. They go for 2. Both hands.
Right. Up top, buddy. Up top. Behind the back.
You gotta guess the secret handshake if you want on the ship.
Oh, good stuff.
We expect new protocols to continue changing, and planning for your event will continue evolving right alongside them. One measure we'll implement right away is saying goodbye to our welcome, beloved high fives. However,
really stuck on them high fives. Really big up.
That's the only thing they're changing.
It's a death blow for them. Not our high fives, what are we?
That's what the people pay for. However, you can still count on a friendly Sack Smith face upon your arrival to greet you and welcome you to the party. Thank God for that.
Oh.
Sixth man? I said sex fifth.
Yeah, but I don't know what a sixth man face is anyways. So has something to do with high